say for me, I don't like the traditional sense of marriage.
Wait, first make the comment about the social media thing.
I think social media plays a big role in relationships in general, and people, whether they're married, if they should get married, the duration of time, how you supposed to marry the person, how you supposed to be, like all of that. Social media,
just how you measure your life, period.
how you measure your life, you measure it based off of somebody on social media. It does not matter if they got a lot of followers, if you know them and you envy them, or you just love whatever. You base your life off of somebody else on social media, and that is putting a wrench in a lot of relationships.
That shit putting a wrench in everything.
So let me ask you this, Joe. When you not proposing, did she ever?
Hell yeah, that caused a problem.
Really?
Hell yeah.
Oh, now we finna get in your business.
She still got up there and did it. What happened?
Bro, it's one of them things where it was like, we both had the same sentiments. Like, bro, we ain't trying to be nowhere else. You know, this was going on. This is what we want. It was both what we wanted. It didn't look the way we wanted it at the time. You feel me? But it was both what we wanted.
What you mean?
So it's like, I ain't want to be with nobody else, especially because she had just had my daughter. You feel me?
That was our first kid together?
Yeah, that was the one thing that I for sure always kind of stood on, was that I'm always going to fuck with whoever had my kids. I'm not having kids with hella people.
Damn, you throwing shots at me, bro?
Nah.
No, I'm just joking.
He's also fucking lying. Because all throughout college, this nigga was talking about, I'm finna have hella baby mamas.
After college. Once I actually had kids, bro, I'm like, I ain't trying to deal with nobody else. Right. You feel me? So that was a decision I had made. You feel me? In that moment of like, all right, cool. I don't want to have kids with nobody else. Then I actually I look at my you feel me? My wife is more like my partner. Like, that's really like my best friend more than it is like a companion. You feel me? So it's like, we'll go through shit and people will be looking at us like, these niggas is crazy, because we really be like, bro, shut the fuck up. Like, no, nigga, you shut the fuck up. So it's like, we really go back and forth like that, but shit be cool. So it's like, yeah, she was like, this shit weak. And I took it as like, all right, nigga, like, I'm gonna make shit better then, nigga. Like, if that's
wait. What is this shit though? What,
like
the proposal?
The proposal was like, and it wasn't like in the moment. It was in hindsight. Like, moving forward, damn, nigga, you still lacking. On top of that shit was weak. Like, nigga, what's wrong with you, bro? Like, get your shit together. So she just
used it to apply more pressure.
But it's one of them things where, like, if I'm thinking from your standpoint of, like, feeling unappreciated, yeah, I could have easily just said fuck it and fell back. But it was one of them things where it was like, for me, that's really my partner. So if she's saying, like, nigga, you lacking, then if you can't take, nigga, you lacking from one of your niggas, then that's not.
I mean,
really
even from your spouse though. I don't
but
think
like
you're wrong for that.
but even like above and beyond the spouse thing for me, because dealing with like old women, like, couldn't no woman tell me shit, bro. Like, what the fuck you mean I'm lacking, bitch? Bye. Like, what we talking about there? Go be with somebody else. But it's like, I ain't feel that way. Right. It was like, all right, where I'm lacking at. Like, all right, where that's dope. Where I gotta step up at. But it's like, I ain't really had that mindset before I started fucking with her, which is why I knew, like, I'm gonna fuck with you forever, like, regardless. So you feel me? Even like low end, high end, shit might, shit got bad, but it's like, at the end of the day, nigga, I knew where the fuck I wanted to be. Right. So it's like, that's where I'm at. Right?
And how long you been married?
5 years.
What about you, D?
Yeah, it's going on the 5th. What am I talking about? It's going on the 5th. So like, what we was talking about with the 5-year thing, that's the shit I'm on. Like, that's, like, I have to make.
Next year it'll be 5 years for me.
Yeah, like, I have to make the 5th year.
Did you have a conversation with your husband about how that all transpired?
In regards to what exactly? Because
the proposal
conversations. No, I mean, once it just happened.
So at 5 years or 10 years, at the 5-year mark, if he doesn't make it better, then what? Like, are you not gonna tell him, like, hey, you gotta fix the way you propose?
No.
That's what I meant as far as the conversation.
Yeah. No, anything in regards to the proposal, that's I mean, it is what it is. That's over. I still did it. Right. So it's like, what? Like, I didn't refuse.
Did you guys have like a big wedding? Oh man.
It was big.
See,
and it was a destination. It was in Vegas. It was a very nice wedding. It was a very nice wedding. She looked beautiful dress. It was.
That's why for me the 5th year got it, because I'm glad I'm here by myself, bro. Don't ask my old lady.
Somebody
None
of
these
to turn
questions,
me up,
bro. I
because
swear to God.
actually I probably would have preferred going to the courthouse.
Oh, me.
And then we could have planned something later on down the line, so I could have seen how shit was going to go.
Like I said, bruh, I'm glad I'm here by myself.
Y'all gonna pull it out of me, baby. Because, honey,
Stop looking at her.
Nah, bro.
my wedding was a fucking nightmare.
No, we're not doing that, bro. I'm not letting you get that off, bro.
It was a nightmare. It has nothing to do with him and I, but it was a nightmare. So it has nothing to do with the proposal. You need to make it up to me for that. That bullshit I deserve to get married on top of a cloud.
Okay.
Yeah.
No lies. You can say we can talk on or off.
No, not on. Not on. I want you to be able to come back.
I told him I was gonna speak my truth. Okay?
Yeah, but no, I'm not trying to.
But no.
Hold on, before you finish. The whole reason I'm asking this is because I'm somebody that I like. I'm interested. Like, I'm intrigued as far because I'm not married. I want to be. I mean, I don't care if I'm married. I do want to be married, of course. I want a wife, but this is the type of shit that because me personally, I don't give, bro.
I can flip it back on you.
Sure, bro. Fuck it.
Why you not?
Why am I not married? Oh no. Oh no.
You was going there.
Yeah.
I'm like, go ahead.
Nah, see, I like to be alone too much, bro.
So it's you.
Yeah, I'll take that. Sure.
You it's me, not you type of person.
Nah, it's just I have to find somebody that
he don't mind being around.
Yeah, like you, like you can't, like the space I'm in now is like so different than just 2 years ago.
Okay.
So it's like if you can't meet me at, I'm not going. I don't want to say down as if like I'm on a pedestal, but I have to be intellectually on the same level with somebody.
Yeah.
I have to even not. This is outside of just
no. I feel
intimate,
like
even platonic friends, people I converse with on a daily.
Your imagination got to be as big as mine.
We have to be, bro. Otherwise, I'm gonna go crazy. Like
even like I feel like the emotional intelligence too. A lot of people lack that.
Yep.
And it's like just understanding that it's not you.
Right.
I just need my space right now, and I don't want you to nag me about needing my space.
But
you know,
that's tough, bro.
And that should be okay.
That should be tough though. And I'm speaking from I don't want to use the word victim of it, but like I'm the person who wants
from experience.
Space.
You're
like
from experience.
I'm the person
you
who
want
like,
the space.
but I could have my space in the space if that makes sense. We could be with each other, and I may not say nothing to you for about an hour.
And that's
but
how you're
in my head, we didn't just spend an hour together. We chilling, we good. But in your head, you're like, bro, you just sat there on the phone, you watch sports, and I'm like, bro, what's the problem? I'm thinking we really chilling.
Now I feel like that's two different things. Because how is that space if that person is
because
still there?
I'm right here.
Because at the same time, I may do the same thing in the other room and may not want you around me. That's my space. At the same time, that's still my comfort zone. You may feel like you're nowhere near a part of that shit. I may have invited you. I felt like,
and that's what I was about to say.
Okay.
What he's saying is this: like, I'm allowing you to join me in my.
I'm allowing you to join you in this silence.
And I'm not ignoring
and the fact
you.
that you're mad about it, which is really crazy because I sat here with you for an hour.
And I'm not ignoring you. If you was doing what you was doing and you like, hey, look, I'm gonna stop what I'm doing. And I'm
hold on.
So what you mean?
Y'all
by
disagree with what he's saying?
Hell yeah, I do. I personally disagree with what he's saying because I don't understand it. Maybe that's why I need more clarity.
Okay, so let me ask you. Let me
Let
put it in perspective for you. So if let's say you have a hair appointment, and your husband, oh, what you doing Saturday? Oh, I'm going to get my hair done. All right, fuck it, I'm gonna come with you. Y'all go to the hair shop. He sit there with you while you getting your hair done. You and him ain't talking. He just sitting over there probably on his phone. Maybe go get food here and there, whatever. Pop in and out. Do you feel like y'all spent that day together or no?
Absolutely. So when you
that's
said
the same
space,
thing.
No, listen. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to make clear.
Okay.
Because when you said space, I'm assuming like, okay, if we got into it.
No, this is a regular day.
Okay,
it's a regular day.
Got it. Space. Just
come home from work.
To me, that's space.
Put it like this.
I'm
come home
chilling.
from work. We all come home from work, let's say in the evening. 6:37, you start dinner. I'm sitting in the living room on the couch watching the game.
We kicking it.
You cooking dinner. Every once in a while, you come sit next to me. You might pop up.
I might go in the kitchen to say what's up.
You might go check on the kids.
To
But
me,
we're not. Oh, how was your day? What's going on at work? Like, we're not having that conversation.
No dialogue.
It's just me.
But is that both of you guys? Like, she's not saying anything either?
Nah, but
she shouldn't be allowed to.
Whoa. I'm hella confused.
I'm saying, you are.
She shouldn't be allowed to. So wait a minute.
No, but I'm saying. All right, let me
Life coach, huh? I'm very
let me say it from the other perspective.
For entertainment purposes only.
For me, let's say we get into an argument, right? And the argument is, you don't ever spend no time with me. Like, we don't ever have no time together.
You triggering me.
My argument is gonna be like, what you mean, bro? We just sat on the couch and watched the whole game together.
Right.
And so, your head gonna be like, bro, I was on my phone, you was on your phone, you was watching the game. I'll be like, you was with me.
Right.
Had you said, hey, look at this, or hey, what you doing? I would have looked and responded and talked, but you chose not to say nothing like I chose not to say nothing. So now, when I say, hey, actually, I'm finna go with Justin to go watch the game. Now it's a problem.
Right.
Because I just watched the game on the couch with you, but now I'm finna go watch the game.
Because you're going to go with Justin and y'all going to be like, y'all seen that shit? Yeah. But with me, you on your phone.
Because you wasn't paying attention to the game when Cuz crossed over, and I'm like, oh, you didn't say what?
Yeah. But did you say, oh, because you just said you wasn't talking. But did you make noise that the game was interesting?
I didn't. When I said,
but you probably already, you probably so irritated that when he did say, oh, you gave him that look right there.
Like, shut up. That shit wasn't even cool. That nigga spin move.
Like that on the phone, look up
probably text like, this nigga think he cool.
Watching this weak ass game.
I'm going to say what I feel. Right, I'm going to say what I feel even if it's
but that's what I'm saying. It started off with a why we don't spend time type of conversation. I felt like I needed to defend myself. So I got defensive, said what I said. Now we really arguing over whether or not we really spent time together, or am I leaving to go get space with my partner, but we all doing the same shit.
Right. I get what he said.
You know, I mean, my boyfriend and I, we used to be in the same house, and we would be in separate rooms, and I would be watching whatever the fuck, and he would be watching
my ex was too.
Sports or playing the game or whatever the fuck, and then like, all right, I'm gonna come in the living room with you. We gonna watch a movie together, or we gonna go somewhere together, or we
watch a show or something.
Yeah, we gonna do something together.
Yeah, we got shows,
but we spent our little time, even though we was in the same house.
No, it's
we spent our time separately.
I think that's important.
Okay, see, I don't get that space. Like, if I need time, like if I'm irritated, you got to be irritated right here sitting next to me. And I'd be like, I need I can go in another room just so I can gather myself, because I'm pretty mean. Like, I'll say some shit that I don't want to say.
I'm learning that as I'm sitting next to you, hearing everything you fucking say.
So I need to get my time to gather. I'm a nice person, but to gather
you nice, but
thoughts.
You mean too.
I have to tell people all the time, though, like, Denielle is literally just an asshole.
No, she's really a sweetheart.
No, she really is.
She really is a sweetheart. But she is evil.
What I say is just don't mess with me. And everything.
Do you think you're like hard to please in as far as like in a relationship? Like if somebody's dating you,
she gonna say no.
I absolutely am gonna say no, and I'm gonna say no because I literally, and y'all got me fucked up.
No, finish.
Okay?
No, go ahead.
I was checking the camera, making sure it's still recording.
I bet. So I'm really chill. Like, I let you pretty much kind of do whatever you want to do, because I feel like we need to have our separate friends and have our friends together. So I don't really ask for too much but communication. And that's something that he could for sure vouch for. Like, just let me know what you're doing, because I worry. Not really of what you doing outside, because when I get my time to go outside, I want to be outside. I don't want you calling me either. Like, I want to be outside, and I'm rarely outside. So when you see me outside, just... No, I've fought to get here, so I wanted to be here.
That nigga said I fought to get here.
So I want to enjoy my time, and I want you to do the same thing too. But I don't want you to just feel like you ain't gotta. Shit, I'm gone. I ain't got nothing to say. Yeah. But I don't feel like I'm too. I don't feel like I'm hard to please. I could be wrong, but I also
no. I mean, I
don't ask for too much.
Like, and honestly, that hard to please thing. Like, that shit is subjective too, bro. Everything be changing, bro.
It definitely is.
Well, that's the other side.
And that's kind of what it all boils down to. It's like the purpose for this show with me and her is to have these kind of conversations that we don't have with our spouses. Yeah. So it's easier for us to talk to each other about it. But subliminally we're sending messages, not obviously not to your wife or your husband, but to the general audience, because these are conversations. Like my cousin watches this show, and he's told me straight up, like, yeah, me and my girl watch the show together, and it helps us because it starts those conversations for us that we would have never mentioned on our own. You know what I mean? Like, where you want to be proposed to, or how would you feel? You feel me? Like,
okay, cool. So
that came up. Sorry, to the question, or what I was saying as far as like a traditional marriage. I don't really like that, so to speak.
Define a traditional marriage.
When I say traditional, I feel like the woman's supposed to clean and cook,
Nah,
and the man
hell
goes
no.
to work,
Yeah,
and then you're
yeah.
supposed
I
to
think
do
that's
this, and
dead.
as my
Yeah,
wife,
that
you're
shit
supposed to do
gotta
that.
be dead,
Like
bro.
me, I still want to be able to enjoy myself and just be respectful and do whatever the fuck I want to do.
So my
Like,
question,
I feel like one thing I know that y'all seen, right? You seen my flyer because I'm going to be the waitress. Some people like, what the fuck? You got a whole ass husband. But he know what's going on, so what's the issue? You know what I mean?
Nah,
like,
yeah, that type
we
of
don't
shit
want to
dead, man.
I don't want to do what everybody else is doing. Like, I still want to have fun. Like, we're still young. Marriage is not the end all. You can still do hella shit, whatever works for your marriage.
Right.
If you feel like, okay, you know, we going to have a couple other girls in the bedroom, and that's how we do on the marriage, and that works for y'all, I think you should do it. Like, I hate when people be like, this is not traditional. This is not what y'all want to do.
My
Do
thing is,
whatever
do
makes you
believe
happy.
Do you still believe in like gender roles in marriage? Like man of the house, woman in the house. Like I understand you just said you don't really like that the women just wash clothes and do all the house shit. But like far as even like decision making.
Okay, so let me ask you, is gender roles and then like as far as like I feel like a man should take the trash out, that's the same sort of
Yeah, but I ain't
Like
even.
a
I'm not even
surface
talking
level
about
version.
like.
No,
that.
I get
I'm
what
not
you're
even talking
talking
about the
about. I just
surface
wanna
level
make
shit
sure.
of it. I'm talking about more like
Man should
nigga,
provide.
Like not man should provide or man should make a decision. Like the house we looking to move. It's up to the man to decide where we moving at, how we finna handle that.
I feel like this generation now too, because it's not traditional and the man is not always the sole breadwinner. I think it's a conversation that should be had between.
I feel like the shit dead in general. I
What?
just feel like that whole
Well,
man making
women
decision shit, that
today
shit
are
over
becoming
with.
more alpha.
Yeah, and
Just-
that's why I'm saying that shit dead, bro. And I think that's a lot of the problem with our society moving forward is like we grew up with these like ideologies, and now we getting older and all of them getting debunked.
Well, what it is we're basing our lives off of traditional ideologies, but then the way of the world is so different than it was when those traditions were happening. Like the conversation we had with the last episode we did was the grandma and grandfather have been married for 40 plus years, but then it's like
Right.
grandpa got a whole separate family
Yeah,
in the next city over. You know what I mean? That
dead
grandma
ass.
just put up with.
Dead
So now
ass.
you got brothers and sisters that you the same age with, but we got different moms.
Dead ass.
For sure.
But then grandma and grandpa still stay married.
They still stay married.
These days with social media,
Bro, that's not
It's,
That
it's,
shit's
it's
dead.
up. Like, it's
and
not
that's
gonna
probably
happen.
and social media is exactly what you saying. Bro, she probably didn't even know about that family until
yep.
somebody might have died or something.
Or she
And
knew about
somebody
it, but it didn't
sent a
matter
postcard.
Because that
Other
grandpa
people
bringing
don't
home
know.
and
And it was
Right.
between them.
And
She
grand-
found
and-
out however she found out. Grandpa talked to her and said, listen, baby,
Right.
I'm still here with you. I got to take care of the business.
And
she
it goes
said,
back to
okay.
what you said. Grandpa probably paying all the
Paying the
bills.
bills,
Grandma just
exactly.
cooking, cleaning,
Probably
watching the grandkids when it's time.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Nah, that's real.
And that shit ain't happening no more, bro.
Yeah.
Like grandparents ain't just sitting in the house watching kids, bruh. Mamas ain't just sitting at home washing and folding clothes and helping with homework and shit no more, bruh. Like it's to the point you like shit. It's most stay at home dads than it is stay at home moms at this
Right.
point.
Sure.
Right.
Like you feel me? It's women making $100K before dudes
Right.
making $100K. I mean,
Grandmothers definitely ain't
You feel me?
grandmothering like they used to. My mom waited until I had a kid and moved to Hawaii.
For real?
But your
What am
mom
I
being
supposed to
like
do?
a jet setter. She's
She's always been gone, but I just never thought she would leave me. You know, like this.
like,
At my lowest, I done got a kid. Like, help me. No,
she's
but
the epitome of a
she
grandma
always
because she
been
come
gone.
in, get whatever Cassidy want,
And
like
leave.
you know your mama gonna do it.
crazy.
No, I think that was a good topic though. So y'all got any closing remarks? So it does. Danielle's pissed about the way she was proposed to. Clearly, the whole.
I'm not pissed.
She's
Let's be
over
clear.
it.
I'm
She's
not
over it.
pissed on how it's proposed to. Do I feel like it could have been a little bit more thought out? Absolutely.
I'm gonna tell
Do
you
I
right
think
now.
maybe it could have been a little bit of pressure now that I'm thinking about it? Absolutely. However, we made it through all of that.
That's all that matters.
I just feel like now that we're kind of understanding how marriage work and how we both want to be married to each other.
Watch how saucy he do y'all year 5. You gonna be so mad you just said that.
Don't
bro.
put that
I'm
pre-
not, because I
He
feel
gonna
like
be
we
saucy,
needed all
watch.
of this to
When-
do me
when is
right
your-
I feel you.
in
I
year
feel
5.
you.
When is
feel
year
you.
5 gonna be? Like,
She said next year.
July 29th.
okay, cool. This will be out. He got time to see this and
He
no.
got, right.
He already. I'm sure.
I got you.
I'm sure he already got
that
it.
going.
I'm sure he already got it
Before I
going
left the
crazy
house,
already.
I told him, I'm going to say what I feel.
I'm telling
and he
you that.
told me, say it's from your previous, like another marriage, not me. But I think all of this is going to help because we figured out how to navigate through the ups and downs of just everything, because it's a lot.
But
people don't give a damn about marriage. People don't care about nothing. Like, it's a lot to overcome.
Marriage don't really mean shit, bro. If we want to call a spade a spade.
And I agree. I agree. And I definitely agree if you're not living by marriage. Because people be like, you're married, we're married. But if you're not living by marriage, then what difference does it make?
Right.
It doesn't mean a lot now.
What you mean living by marriage?
When I say living by marriage,
tread lightly, please. Please.
Like all right, hold on. Like some people get married for business decisions, taxes,
I had a coworker like that.
And shit like that. You mean like marriage, like y'all really love each other and y'all trying to like move forward together in union?
Because I got something else
when I say living by marriage, and people can take this,
you know what she means, bro.
I'm trying to figure out because she just knocked gender roles. So I'm trying to figure out what we mean by living by marriage.
That's
like
you said that
following the vows.
Okay,
pretty much. Following the
if
vows.
you're not doing that,
yeah. So really loving each other, coming into a union, moving forward together. Yeah, okay.
Doing everything.
Really becoming one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if y'all not doing that, then
it's pointless.
It's pointless.
That's fair.
No.
And that's probably why people don't care.
Yeah, because you can't uphold some vows and not others. Like
exactly, you can't pick and choose when you want to do that,
and that be the problem.
But it's learning. There's no, well, it may be, but it ain't no like marriage book on what you're supposed to do and how you're supposed to do it.
Because what it ultimately comes down to is this: we're 4 people right here standing, right? I'm a man, he's a man. You two are obviously women. What Lisa like as a woman is gonna be different than what Danielle likes, and what Justin likes is gonna be different than what Joe likes. So it's those conversations have to be had.
And like in the partnership, because it's like it may. What if we don't do traditional vows? So we writing vows for what we mean to each other, what we think are important, and what and it's probably other people ain't gonna agree with it,
and that's what I'm saying.
But we're the ones that are in this bounding contract, basically, like we in this shit. So. Yeah.
And some people sign that contract without really reading the fine print, meaning like they don't even write their own vows. They just say the vows that's given to them and shit, not realizing what you really saying until you in a full-blown argument talking about I'm finna cut. It's like, then you cross to the back of your mind. You said for better or worse.
And that be my thing. And that be my thing. Like, you can't do that. It's like, you can't pick and choose when you want to do sickness and through health.
So
I had a coworker. She's Asian. She was young, like 24, 25, and she had got married. And they literally had a contract outside of literally a list of things. If we divorce, the kids come with me. If they had every, it's like it had like a hypothetical. If we divorce,
yeah, you preparing to fail, bud. Them type of conversations gonna end a marriage always.
See, I don't know.
Nah, bruh. I'm telling you,
it could be like a tool that they could come back. Because you said putting it that way, but I didn't think about that type of contract when
that's what I mean. Yeah,
right. I heard it as that on top of like. Okay, if something,
all the deal breakers.
We have this problem. Oh, it was a deal breaker.
They had deal breakers. They had these are the deal breakers. So
if the deal breaker
this happens,
if
this happens, you can't fight me on signing the divorce papers.
Nah, bro.
I was thinking like
that's too much.
Avoid a messy divorce.
Like,
that's what I was about to say.
That's to me like you still preparing to be divorced.
But let me ask you this: what's wrong? And this is going to go into the next topic too. But what's wrong with that? What's wrong with a marriage ending?
What's wrong with ain't nothing wrong with a marriage ending. But the point of the marriage is for you to have the mindset of it not ending.
But there's no way we're going to be the same people we are today
we
in
not.
10 years.
But that's what for better or worse than the change.
That's why I'm not saying that vow. That's why I'm fighting that shit out.
Richer and poor, you feel me? Lesser or more, you feel me?
They have like literally.
I would want to see what they. I would want to see.
You want me to tell you why I agree with
it? What they vows look like.
Want me to tell you why I agree with it? It doesn't matter. Okay, cool. Because what flow your boat might not flow hers or his. Cool. But marriage is ultimately a business. It's a business transaction almost. Because now our taxes, everything is joint. So that's a part of business. You sign before I take a client, you have to sign a contract, or I'm not going to do the work.
Right.
It's the same thing. Yeah. So why not? Why again? There's nothing wrong with relationships. I feel like that's the problem we have in as far as tradition, right? We think when you become married or you have a baby with somebody, that shit has to last forever. But at the end of the day, it's worse to make that marriage stick through better or worse because it's going to get worse.
But that's what I'm saying.
And if let's not say you have kids, it's going to trickle down to the kids too. Right?
Exactly.
I'm not saying it's wrong to know how you want to move out of the relationship. Mm-hmm. I'm saying in the relationship, when you be having the mindset of this shit could go bad, and if it do go bad, I already got my escape plan. When shit get hard, it's gonna be easy for you to be like, well, shit, I'm gone. Because I already got an escape plan.
I don't know. And I feel like women do that anyways.
Right.
And I feel like, no, men do the shit too.
But
so I don't feel like it's nothing wrong with that. I feel like it's preparation.
Right.
And that's fair.
And even that, it could be a deterrence to it. Because as a man, if you tell me, look, all right, I plan on us being married for the rest of our life, obviously. You might cheat on me. And again, this is a woman saying, you might cheat on me here, but if you have a baby on me, we done. If I put that in a contract, and that's gonna, and then you, as a man, if I am cheating, I'm gonna be more. And this is a terrible example. But if I am cheating, I'm gonna be more. But even what I'm saying is, if I am cheating, I'm gonna be more inclined to wear a condom because I know that if I get caught cheating, my marriage is still good. But if I have a baby on her, I know she's done. You kind of see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
He's looking at the contract. How can I get away?
And that's right.
Finding the loopholes.
But like that's what I'm saying. Now I'm staring at a contract like.
Well, there's pros and cons to everything.
So I can do this. I can damn near do this too. I just can't have no baby. Oh,
but who's really doing that? Like this is hypothetical. Like,
but that's what I'm.
It don't even have to be a baby though. It could be okay. Put it like this. Let's say
No,
right?
I get what you saying.
Let's say if I meet a woman and I love her, right? We be together. Let's say 5 years or whatever.
Cool.
Let's say she got a gambling problem in the beginning. Okay. She kicks the gambling problem, right?
Got it.
Then, now we 3 years in. Took her 3 years to kick the gambling problem, right? With my support, everything. Bam, we good. Now we get married 2 years later. I might put in that contract, if you fucking start gambling again, this shit is done. And you can't fight me on that. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be so. Like I said, the cheating was a bad example because nobody wants to be cheated on.
The gambling one, shit is even tougher to me.
I mean, it could be smoking cigarettes. It could be anything that I'm not okay with for us to live the rest of our life together.
All of it makes sense.
Right.
But when you break it down like that, but when I hear
contract,
we got married, we made a contract just in case the shit don't
But that's
work.
traditional thinking, like, bro.
And there we go. That's what I'm saying. We got that mindset because we probably seen
the only thing that makes divorce. Okay, let's think. Megan Good and her guy just got divorced, right?
Got divorced.
I don't think I heard he's like a pastor or some shit.
Yeah.
Some shit. I probably shouldn't have said shit with that.
But shit happens.
It ain't like you said God or some shit.
But he
pastors be out here doing they dirty.
But I highly doubt obviously I don't know them, but their marriage might not be messy. They were married. Like they were married for like 10 years, right? They were married for.
Also bored.
That's my point, though. So why?
That's what I'm saying. I'm not against. I'm sure he probably didn't write no contract out of how.
Of course not. But I'm saying the only time. I brought that up to say the only time divorce is really deemed as bad, in my opinion, is if it's messy.
If it's messy, yeah.
Just because we decide to not be together no more.
Nah, that's different. That's different.
Because did you see how that ex-husband bought the husband?
Yeah, I did just see that. I did just see that.
That's so grown and mature. It's really like that when it's messy.
That's like OD, but I respect the gesture. That's like I would have been weirded out, like, bro, why the fuck you buying me shit?
But I think the thing with like, if we're thinking about Megan Good and her husband, right? Shit gets messy when Christians get involved, when the church is involved, because this is not of God, this is not of whatever. And I honestly think, just knowing. No, I was gonna say I think just knowing like some of the things that, or some of the backlash that Megan Good got, like when she was his wife, for like her roles and what she would wear and stuff like that.
See, I wasn't aware of all of that.
He, as a pastor, probably couldn't handle the pressure from other Christians, because Christians is judgy as fuck, and I'm a Christian, but I don't go to church because of how judgy in like the culture could be. And I really think like after a certain amount of times of receiving this backlash or having to see your wife go through this, they probably still are in love, and it's just like, I don't want to put you through this because of what my community does to you. Because I feel like
their divorce is not messy.
Right.
Obviously, this is speculation, but it's probably something
and
that
it probably
they both
won't be
agreed
messy.
on. Like, you know what?